some mercy into it. Here we go. Come on, baby. It's time for a summon rush. Let's pull some shards. Hello, everybody. I'm a Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. I am back from my business trip, and I am excited to kick it off with pulling shards. Now, I did say I was going to try to stream. I did not have the energy today. I'll send a video for my editor to kind of show what the drive back looked like. And, you know, maybe that'll give some insight as to why I was not really wanting to stream when I got home, because it was kind of a harrowing journey, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was an adventure, to say the least, on the way back home. So, yeah, anyways, enough about that. We don't really need to talk too much about work. That's not what you're here for. You are here to see what kind of champions I am going to pull in today's Summon Rush. So let's take a real quick look at the Summon Rush. 3,000 points. Love to see that. 6 shards, right? Pretty easy to run the numbers on that. Very excited to do that. And that's all we're going to pull on both accounts. Yes, there's other rewards. And yes, I have a pretty deep pile now of Sacred Shards, at least on the main account. But we want to try and make smart decisions on both accounts. And especially over here on the main account, it's going to be more valuable for me to save those shards for future stuff, including the next upcoming Summon Rush, which we don't know much about yet, just that it's happening. Maybe there's going to be some special treats in that one. So as for what I'm picking here, we're on the main account to start today, on the main account, right? And I am highlighting, of course, Freyja. I have a Harima already on this account, and while I would love to be able to get a +1 Harima, that wouldn't really happen because Faction Guardians wise, I would prioritize getting Harima more defense, which is like, well, then why not go for Harima? Well, because Freyja is really freaking good, especially when paired with Harima. Listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. So, Freyja is one of my most wanted non-void legendaries. I don't have a lot of them that are non-void that I really, really want. Freyja is definitely one of them, so we are going to go for Freyja. And let's kick this off. Let's jump right into it, then we'll go over to the free-to-play and pull 6 over there. Here we go. Now we did, oh my gosh, off to a great start. We get a Krokmar. Okay, Krokmar is interesting. Krokmar is interesting because I don't have Krokmar. That's a new champion for me in the Lizard Men faction. Now, reviews are pretty decent. I don't know Krokmar that well. I've never been impressed by the kit on paper, and I just want to be really clear about that. On paper, the kit looks a little wonky. It just doesn't scream impressive to me, but I do really like this passive, right? Whenever this champion attacks, decreases the target's attack or defense by 5%, as well as accuracy or resistance by 5%, depending on which stat is the highest, stacks up to 30%. I don't necessarily know exactly how that works, but this is an interesting champion for sure. On my main account, probably too little too late. Don't know that Krokmar is going to make the cut in a lot of areas of the game for me, but generally speaking, I do think that they're okay. There it is. The yawning is starting because of the adventure that I was on today. Now, I do have RSL Helper running right now. I think that was a champion, a legendary, wrong account. I think that was a legendary pulled on 1 shard. 2 shards. 2 sacred shards to get Krokmar. So pretty cool. Love those rates, of course, right? Probably won't get anything else. We've got 5 more to pull. So let's see what we can get here. Got an epic, Royal Guard, great epic. Enemy max HP epic. Probably falling off a bit now with so many other enemy max HP champions out there, but still not bad. But kicking it off with a legendary is pretty cool. Obviously would have loved a different new champion for myself, but I'm not going to complain about getting a legendary. I always say that, right? Gotta be happy with what you get. Last shard here on the main account. All right. And we will go ahead and confirm that we have enough points. There it is. Now let's swap over to the free-to-play. Okay, so we're over here on the free-to-play. We have 9 sacreds, and this is kind of what I'm talking about, guys. I don't have a lot of resources here. And the question becomes, well, Roadblock, why not wait and go for possibly the more beneficial summon rush here? And truth be told, the main reason is because I don't want to miss fusion. Nothing more embarrassing than missing the fusion for me. So I know that if I do this summon rush, I'm on good pace. And then this later summon rush, we do have other resources we could potentially use to accomplish it. We have quite a few ancient shards. We've got, void shards. I don't want to touch my primals if I can help it. And there's always the chance that I generate a few more sacred shards between now and that summon rush, albeit pretty unlikely. So I'm just going to take the simpler path, if you will. Now, on this account, what do we want to go with from these options, right? That's a pretty interesting question. I do think Freyja is the best option over here. You may be thinking, well, why not Harima? Harima's freaking amazing. You don't have her on the free-to-play. That would be really good for you, and I completely agree with that assessment. However, it's important to remember that I do have Nice, and my likelihood of using Harima gets reduced by that quite a bit. Certainly, having extra levels of teams is a big deal, but when you have a champion like Nice, that's going to be my main arena champion everywhere. I'm not really looking to find something else to pair or to pick. So I do like the idea of having a Freyja to pair with my Nice even. So that's going to be my choice, and we'll just go with Seeker. So 6 sacred shards. Here we go. Now, Mercy on this is pretty low, so it is possible that we don't have the best results. We're on to number 2 here. Nothing too crazy as far as epics go so far. We're on to number 3. Tagoar is an amazing epic, and I don't know if, my editor handles putting up the download links, but I do have a download link. It should be in the description for Tagoar, so I would check that out. That was 3, right? So this would be number 4. Oh, there's the Seeker, right? Number 5. Man. So I will say my favorite time to pull is actually summon rushes. You would think it would be 2x legendaries, but it's not. I actually prefer to pull my sacred shards during summon rushes because I'm getting a lot of resources for my investment, and I always feel like I'm more likely to get a surprise from a sacred shard during summon rush than during double legendary or 2x events. So double legendary is my second favorite time to pull when we have a chance to get 2 legendaries, and that's really only if my Mercy is high. At the very least, this shard will put some Mercy into it. Here we go. Come on, baby. I really want to be excited about that. Dracomorph is a good, not great, not amazing, but I would put it as a good legendary. Weaken and decrease defense on the same ability is amazing, but pulling Dracomorph after you've gotten Lydia kind of diminishes the value of that A3. Then you have poisons. Poisons are good. We have improved damage coming from poisons in a lot of different ways, Arachne Elixir, etc., but it still doesn't really scale that well in the PvE setting. So ultimately, I don't see myself using Dracomorph. Doesn't quite check some of the boxes that I need this account. Maybe there will be some more changes to poisons in the future. Might be a possibility for me to build, but yeah, I would have loved pulling Dracomorph quite a while ago. If you were to pull this as your first legendary on an account, it's amazing. Just absolutely an incredible pull. But this late into my account with the roster that I have developed and built, probably not going to make the cut. But it is the first time I've ever pulled a Dracomorph across all of my accounts. I've never pulled one on the main account either. So kind of interesting. Also worth noting, it is worth noting that if we look at my Lizardmen faction, I will tell you what, let me slow down a second, because now I have a decreased defense and weakened champion faction wars, which is a big deal for progression. So that's somebody that can pair with my Teox. We're also going to have Anaxia to pair in, a couple of months. And some really decent epics as well in there with stuff like Aox and Broadmaw, Venomage, of course. So perhaps this will be a good addition for hard faction wars. I really do like Vargal. So a Teox, Vargal, Dracomorph, Venomage team sounds really promising. Maybe with a Slixus or a Delaja. Yeah, maybe I'm not as disappointed in that pull as I originally was. So, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Hitting legendaries on both accounts is awesome. Not quite the lizard I would have preferred Pythion, of course, just given what I need on this account, but overall, pretty good shard pull. I'm gonna take that. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Take care.